Hey guys, it's Mike and Cliffe. Thought it was time to show you this bass. So this is a Mike Lull M5, but a custom one that I received what would it be, about a month ago now, I guess. It was while I was in the UK, and it's a pretty special bass. Unique pickup configuration, Bartolini P-bass pickup, 58 CBP I think, in the neck, and Bartolini Music Man style pickup in the bridge. Can't remember the model name of that. I'll put it in the description if I remember. And I've got I had them wire it so that this is the volume control for the P-bass pickup with an active passive push-pull. This is the volume control for the Music Man pickup with a coil split. So I can't quite do the series parallel and single coil thing from the Music Man pickup, but I can get 2 out of 3, which I thought was pretty good going. Then your standard is Bartolini preamp, so treble, bass and treble boost and cut, 15 dB each way I think. Bass boost and cut on the lower pot there, and then mid boost and cut with a switchable frequency on a push pull. So plenty of options, and basically what I wanted was the ability to get passive P-bass sounds now. I can't quite get the passive P-bass with a tone control rolled down sound because I don't have a tone control on the passive circuit, but other than that it's pretty good. Then I've got active P-bass sounds. So I can pull out the mids to get them more scooped. And then I can roll that off completely, bring in the Music Man pickup, which is kind of more punchy. Let's give some mids back in. And what I like to do with that one, I obviously can make that passive. But the sound of the Music Man is kind of with that active circuitry in, and a bit of extra bass I like. Hopefully it won't distort too much. And then I can split the coil. And I can blend in the 2 pickups. I'm not overly fond of the sound of both pickups on full. But if I roll back the Music Man pickup just slightly, that then gets me into that kind of, what makes me think almost 80s, 90s Spectre sound of a PJ kind of sound, particularly if I split that. So pretty fun, pretty versatile. basically I wanted something different. I wanted something that wasn't duplicating what the green Super Jazz does. I wanted something that wasn't duplicating what the blue bass with the humbucking soap bars was doing. Obviously it's not going to replicate what the fretless is doing anyway, but kind of tick more than one box for other things. Spec wise, it's a rosewood fretboard. It's the wider nut width, what's that, 1.9/16 rather than 1.75 or 11/16. I forget. It's the slightly wider, more P-bass style 5-string neck. Same as the fretless. The two maple necks are thinner. I think they're 1.75. So I don't understand some of these. Well, I understand them, but I can never remember which of the silly American fractions we use. I should just remember the millimeters, but I don't know those either. We got hip shot tuners. These were a pain. Spencer at Mike Lull just couldn't get hold of them at all. They're Y keys, gold Y keys at the moment. Hip shot dropped the ball there, so I had to order those separately. I will be selling the Cloverleaf ones separately at some point. Other than that, yeah, hip shot bridge, Bartolini preamp. What else did I swap out? Output jack for a pure tone output jack. That's basically it. It's slightly heavier than my other Mike Lull basses. Only a few ounces. I think this comes in about 8.6 pounds. The others come in about 8.3, 8.4. So it's a little bit heavier. It's not noticeably so. The extra wood on the neck may contribute a tiny little bit to that, or maybe it's just a slightly chunky piece of swamp ash because it's swamp ash with a maple cap. As the M5 is 24 frets, 35-inch scale. At the moment, it's got NYXL 45s to 130s. Probably going to stick with those on this, to be honest. I don't know how much use this will have live. I've used it a couple of times already. I've used it for a few lessons. But basically what I found when I had the P5 here was whenever I recorded, I always reached for that because it recorded the best. It might not play quite as nicely, I guess, as the M5s did, but it just sounded great on recordings. So that's the hope of this, that I've got. It is literally the pickup that was it that I had in the P5, because I swapped that out in here. And then I've got all the other options as well. So it's just a really versatile bass. It's a lot of money, particularly when you factor in import duty and customs and VAT and all that kind of thing. Waiting time was 10 months, should have been 8.5, 9, but they just couldn't get the tuners in. So in the end, I just said, sack it, I'll get them separately. Just send me what you've got. And they did, and that was fine. So yeah, otherwise I could have been waiting another month or two. I might not have it yet even, but that's absolutely not the fault of the guys at Mike Lull Custom Guitars. That's absolutely on hip shot, just dropping the ball slightly there. Now, in this day and age, you might be a little uncomfortable with the idea of dropping a lot of money on a US made instrument. I know I would be a little uncomfortable in the future, at least the way things are going, doing so. I ordered this last May, so before any of that happened, and they're good people who I like and I'm friends with. It's a small team doing great work, so I couldn't be happier with this bass, really couldn't. So, and it doesn't even have particularly any of the, I think I made a couple of comments when I first got the fretless about little niggles. This doesn't have any of those. The truss rod recess is painted properly. There's no obvious lump, misalignment where the note was. I can't remember what the other comments I made were, but it's just a really cool bass. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna stay in my arsenal for a good long time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you soon.
you.